ABS-CBN Sports proudly presents Resolve.
Salutation, but this time, Ulan challenging the blockers and taking it.
Composure. Control.
From the other side. Passes again. And that. The late Domino's in control so far of set number 2.
Confidence.
This is what you wanted to say. Yeah. Check ball. Will they go 5 straight? Let's see. Closes the set.
Perseverance.
Solo block. Focus naman ngayon. Roll. Set.
Oh, and Santiago still gets the line.
Grace.
Manta. Off. Baniel. Block. And we're tied to Pineda. Pineda.
Resilience.
Oh! Nobody home for Anderson! And as it is, iuno si Valdez, malapit sa net. Kuha pa rin.
Tenacity.
Again.
This is the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Tournament. Greatness never ends.
Magandang araw po sa inyo lahat. Coming to you live from the Araneta Coliseum. This time, this is our coverage of the Women's Volleyball Tournament of Season 76 of the UAAP, and we are winding down the elimination round down to the final weekend, and this is the games today. Hatid sa inyo ng ABS-CBN Sports on ABS-CBN Sports. And actually, the Adamson Lady Falcons looking to make a lock in the top 4 with a win today versus UST, a team that's out of contention for the Final Four. While in our second game today, the defending champions looking to make a sweep of the elimination round and send themselves to a step-ladder format, taking on the number 2 contender with a pretty good record at 12-1, the National University Lady Bulldogs. Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Thank you for watching us on ABS-CBN Sports in Action. This is our post-Valentine treat to everybody. My name is Eric Tupan alongside Anne Remulla. Courtside, we'll be joined by Mitch Del Carmen reporting for Adamson, and for UST, we have Cristel Batchelor. All right, and napaka-laking bagay nito para sa Adamson, especially because they are still in the hunt, and when we show them team standings, maintindihan nila. Para sa UST naman, medyo, you know, they're playing the spoilers role here today against Adamson.
That's right. So like what you said, it's an all-important game today for Adamson. They have to win this if they want to make it into the Final Four, at least a chance to make it into the Final Four. Meanwhile, for UST, of course, you mentioned how they're already out for the running in the top 4. Pero ang maganda dyan, ang gusto ng UST, is to end this season on a high note, still with a win. Now, we mentioned earlier what is at stake for Adamson. Here you can see on the team standings, they're actually tied with the Lady Tamaraws with 6 wins and 7 losses. So their win today will actually give them an edge over FU and hopefully force a playoff to earn them that spot in the Final Four.
All right, puntahan natin yung last meeting between Adamson and UST, and if we're gonna base it on the record or by history, malaki ang chance ng Adamson dito because in their first meeting, this was last year, almost at the start of the season, itong Adamson, an easy straight sets victory over UST.
That's right. Clear dominance shown by Adamson in terms of the number of sets. Like what you said, straight set win siya, and looking at all the sets, the last 2 sets actually were pretty very easy for Adamson. UST only scoring up to 18. At ang pinakamataas nila in this game was 21 on the first set. But if you look at the numbers in the game, makikita natin na ang pinakamalaking naging problema ng UST in this game against Adamson was that they committed too many errors throughout the game. Because if you look at the different skill departments, you'll see that they can actually match Adamson in that game. Yun lang talaga, mas marami silang errors in this game.
That's, I guess, something they need to correct here. If they want to finish the season strong para sa UST, para naman sa Adamson, more of the same, I guess, is what they need to do here to beat UST. Puntahan natin yung last game ng Adamson. This was a game that they could have gotten that solid lock sa 4th spot in the Final Four, a win against National University. They started out pretty strong. I was calling this game, and their first set, if you would base it on that, it seemed like they were going to run away with a straight set sweep of National University, but alas, NU really has matured throughout the years together and regrouped, and tinapos nila ang Adamson in 4 sets.
Well, it was a painful loss for Adamson because makikita natin, no, dikit talaga yung laban. First set, it was a convincing win for Adamson. In the last set, it actually extended all the way to 34. Imagine that. That's how Adamson really didn't want to give up this game. But looking also at the different departments here in terms of attacks, blocks, serves, makikita natin yung Adamson tumatapa talaga at saka pumapatay sa NU. It's just that I guess NU had that little more extra push to really give them that win in that game.
Alright, and puntahan natin itong si Mitch Del Carmen. She spoke earlier to Bang Pineda about the importance of this game and how they need to limit their errors to get an easy win against UST here today.
Bang, napakaganda nga ng mga kills mo for the past few games, especially nung laban natin yung NU. Pero nagiging hindrance nga sa atin yung errors. Sa tingin mo, paano natin malilimit yung mga errors na to?
Sa game na to, sobrang nag-training kami ng maayos. 1 week namin pinaghandaan tong game na to, tsaka sobrang importante.
Ngayon, gaano ka-importante ang panalo na to para ma-pressure natin ang FEU imbes na hintayin pa natin na ang resulta para bukas?
Sabi nga ni Coach, hindi na namin kailangang dumepende sa mangyayari bukas. Kailangan maglaro kami ng maayos and kailangan sobrang focus kami ngayon.
Maraming salamat and good luck. Back to you guys.
You can tell by that interview na Pineda wasn't really taking anything lightly. She was very serious with her tone, her facial demeanor, everything. And that's how serious this game is for the Lady Falcons.
That's right. And I guess the good thing about that is that they really don't want to depend on their fate, no, na nakabase sa mangyayari sa game bukas. So today, it's all about really performing their best to make sure that they get the win.
Para naman sa UST, puntahan natin yung last game nila. That was against Ateneo. And prior to that game, doon na nawala yung chance nila to make it to the Final Four. This was also just another attempt, another match to finish strong. But Ateneo also a solid performer this season, and UST going through so many adjustments and so many things to work on for them going to season 77 that they again dropped the match against Ateneo in straight sets.
Well, you know, UST as a team, it's a pretty much a very young team. They lost a lot of their senior players. We know what this team can do. They have the skills, but I guess what's really lacking for this team is the consistency. And judging from that game, I think yun yung nagkukulang din. A team, also a very young team like Ateneo was able to really push UST and was able to get that straight set win against them. So kung sa laban na to, ang kailangan ng UST maging consistent, somebody also has to step up in the game.
Well, Pamela Stimosa spoke to Cristel Bachelor earlier about playing the supporter's role in today's game against Adamson. Let's listen in.
So, Pam, if you beat Adamson today, medyo magugulo sila sa standings. How are you planning to play the spoiler's role against Adamson to at least end the season with a win?
Our coach told us to still play our best so we could get the win even if our game is unbearing na we should still focus sa game.
Good luck to you, Pam, and good luck to the rest of the Tigresses. Back to you, Eric and Ann.
Obviously, very disappointing for UST to end the season not even making it to the Final Four. They're a team that, you know, perennially is used to competing at a very high level and making it to the Final Four, but this year, very obviously a disappointment for them.
That's right. So I guess isa lang naman yung golden ng UST, no? Though it was a disappointing season, what they want at the very least is to get a good game today and hopefully end on a high note.
Coach Oji Mamon would like to finish respectable in season 76. Sherwin Meneses would like to push the team all the way to the Final Four with a win here today against UST. Set number 1 between Adamson, UST coming up next dito lang sa ABS-CBN Sports in Action.
This is the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Tournament. Greatness never ends. This is the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Tournament. Greatness never ends.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Mecca of sports and entertainment, the Big Dome, the Smart Araneta Coliseum, we bring you match number 53 in the women's volleyball tournament of your season 76 UAAP. Officiating this match, our first referee, Nestor Bellio, international referee. Our second referee, Romulo Reforzado, national referee. Now let's meet the starters. First, for the now fourth-placed Adamson Lady Falcons. Number 4, Mylene Paat. Number 14, May Magatuno. Number 9, Faye Guevara. Number 5, Mayet Zapata. Number 15, team captain Marlene Gortel. Number 1, Bang Pineda. Their libero number 7, Jelly Tempiatura. And the head coach of the hosts, Lady Falcons, Sherwin Menezes. And now, starting for the UST Golden Tigresses. Number 3, Chloe Cortez. Number 18, Rhea Menezes. Number 15, Jessie De Leon. Number 14, team captain Lauren Manzin. Number 6, Pam Lastimosa. Number 8, Carmela Kunay. Their libero number 12, Axel Lozada. And the head coach of the Tigresses, Monchi Mamos.
They have to be playing without any pressure today. The Tigresses from University of Santo Tomas are out of contention for the Final Four. Pam Lastimosa came up with 11 points in the loss against Ateneo. She is number 6 para sa UST. Bang Pineda number 1, 25 points in that painful loss against National University that could have really given them a lock in the 4th spot sa ating Final Four. So this is going to be a battle regardless of whether or not UST has a chance. I don't know, because we all know, especially these two teams, dati pa yan, may history between UST and Adamson talaga, especially when it comes to volleyball. They have this animosity against each other, and day after Valentine's, no love lost between these two teams, that's for sure.
That's right. And again, like what we said earlier, this is an all-important game for Adamson. And I guess it was very clear during the pre-game interview na tama nga naman, minsan okay din to depend on the luck based on the performance of other teams. But in this case, wala silang dapat iwan na opening, and they really have to secure the win today.
Well, Pineda started out firing in their last game. Same today, pero misses that. Gives the first point in the match to UST. But UST came up with so much promise. Season 76, I don't know. I mean, they had some amazing rookies for the season. Lastimosa maturing, Carmela Tunay maturing, pero it just didn't gel ngayong season 76 for them for some reason.
Well, I guess the good thing about the lineup of UST is that most of the people in the lineup are only on their junior year. So it means that they still have more playing years ahead of them, with the exception of Busaran, who's already a senior.
Senior, that's right. Puntahan natin ang Adamson ngayon and find out more about them coming into this game with Mitch Del Carmen.
Well, Eric and Ann, the girls were fueled with high morale for their game today, as they told me earlier in the dugout that their loss against NU challenged them even more to finish a game on a high note. Naniniwala sila na maganda ang larong na ipakita nila sa NU game. Hindi lang talaga nila naiwasan yung mga unforced errors. Kaya't laging paalala ni Coach Sherwin ang kahalagahan ng kanilang mga errors, na kung sino daw ang maraming errors sa ngayong araw na ito, yon ang matatalo. Kalimutan nila at huwag nila i-pressure ang kanilang sarili. Eric and Ann.
All right, thank you, Mitch. That's true. That was one of their weaknesses against National University. Although not to take anything away from the Lady Bulldogs, just to take a look at this hit by Meneses, one of the promising rookies ng UST, is yun yung isang nahirapan sila to control their errors, especially with NU starting to play well second, third, and fourth sets. Pero that would be key, very key here, especially against UST. Oishi Owa, moment of the game, open up to everyday surprises. Zapanta coming off a 15-point performance against NU, scores there. Guevara sets it up for Zapanta. Naabangan sa ibabaw ni Meneses. The tap, Zapanta, it's still alive. Lastimosa off the blockers, and UST scores to tie it at 3-all. And this girl talaga, especially this season, she started out, you know, where she picked off from, or she picked off from where she left last year, but she really leaps and bounds yung improvement niya within the season lang, I don't know.
That's right. And we've seen a lot of games also from Lastimosa when she really scored a lot.
Magnificent dig by Makatuno. The dump goes to UST. There's a net violation on Adamson. For more about UST, pakinggan naman natin si Lisnel Bachelor.
Eric and Anne, to pay tribute to the last game of the Tigresses, I asked some of the girls their thoughts coming into this game. First off is Carmela Tunay, who said that they have partially achieved their goal, which is to give more playing time to rookies Ria Meneses and Shannon Palek, so as to beat them up for the seasons ahead. Meanwhile, although falling short in their main agenda to enter the Final Four, Jessie De Leon said that they are still solid as a team. She said nobody blamed anyone for anything. Instead, they are taking this setback as a lesson. Lastly, I also asked Meneses to assess her performance for the season, and she said she still has not reached her full potential, but she gave the word that she will be better and bolder come next season. Eric and Ann.
All right, thank you, Cristel. Obviously, there's no way to go but up para sa UST.
That's right. And it's good that they're taking on all the experience that they can get to really build their skills, build their maturity, and that's what's very important. And on that note, that last point from Cristel on Meneses, sa kanya, hindi pa rin talaga siya satisfied. And I guess the good thing about it is that makikita natin porsigido rin itong batang to. Ano? And what she wants is to really perform her best. Kaya sa ngayon, talagang experience yung kailangan niya i-build.
And Meneses is just a rookie. So, ang laki pa ng iaangat niya. She's just played her first year. There are 4 more to go para sa kanya. So, the future is wide open for Ria Meneses, that's for sure. Five, 6%. De Leon tried to get the angle.
That time she was already facing the right side of the court.
So that gives us 6-all, set number 1. Takes it on the second touch, and Lantin's been more aggressive as a setter, especially here in season 76. Great play from Mitsubishi Mirage G4. Expect more from the small sedan.
And again, one of the big advantages of being a tall setter is being an offensive one, just like that.
She just has to do it a little bit more often, I guess, no? Si Lantin. She'd have a bit more success if she did. 8-6. UST leading the way over Adamson by 2 here in set number 1. Right here at the Araneta Coliseum, our venue today. And look at the crowd coming here early. I guess dito na ginawa yung Valentine's date ng iba, no?
Oh, it's a good way to spend the afternoon, of course,
Might
watching
as
your
well.
favorite sport, favorite players, pang-date pa.
And speaking of favorite players, I think I was Mika Reyes t-shirt the kid was wearing, you know, and she's going to be seeing action later, and it's going to be a big game. NU trying to make it a traditional Final Four format with a win mamaya against Lasal. Lasal naman trying to step ladder the entire season, you know?
But it would be interesting if if NU would be successful. Diba?
Very. Because
Fans would love that.
aside from the step ladder, or aside from making it a traditional Final Four, yung fact na may panalo na sila sa Lasal, and those are two teams that could actually, a lot of people expect them to meet each other in the finals. So, that's a huge psychological advantage para sa NU. If Sara unable to keep that alive from Cortel, another player who has improved and has gotten a lot of minutes from Sherwin Meneses this season.
Right now, looking at this game, we'll see that actually it's UST playing with less pressure. Adamson on the other hand was pressured not to really get this win.
And it's showing, nakita mo medyo tense ang Adamson. They were not like this when they started out with NU in their last game. UST naman very loose and relaxed in this game. And that's why they're more successful, they're more creative with their plays. They're a lot, more, your depensa nila mas solid on the floor.
And, this is what usually works for UST. Pagka nag-e-enjoy lang yung mga tao sa court, you see them not so tense. They're just really enjoying the game. That's when they actually perform better.
Pineda off the mark for the second time in a row in this set.
I guess Adamson really bothered by the height at the net.
Oh, and a solid block at the net. Cortez and Meneses, and look at UST trying to run away with this in set number 1. And gusto nang makipag-usap ni Coach Meneses sa kanyang mga players. Let's listen in.
May receive, di ba? Bakit ba laging dalawang block? Di ba? Hindi tayo makakano, malalaki yan. Hindi pwedeng set ka lang na set, kailangan labanan mo yung gitna. Ha? Maganda nga yung set mo, dalawa naman yung block. Sunod-sunod yung receive sa'yo, oh. Ha? Okay lang yun, okay lang. Doon ka naman galing. Ha? Back, doon ka magaling back. Tapos simulang to.
Isa!
It's a little surprising, and that they're finding it difficult to deal with the height of UST after winning the first set against National University, a team that's one of the tallest in season 76.
That's right. Well, I guess each and every team that you face, you really have to adjust, because if you look back at that game last December 18, wherein Adamson faced UST actually had 13 block points against Adamson. So kitang-kita talaga dito na na-utilize ng UST ang kanilang height advantage.
And I guess yung familiarity na rin ng dalawang team, even with the coaches prior to the ones that are installed right now, talagang medyo alam na nila yung galaw ng isa't isa as a team. 4-point lead para sa UST as Mylene pa at serves. Underhand set para kay Cortez. Good save by Pineda. Much better.
Pineda playing smart. If you're up against a team with tall blockers, you really have to find those areas. Dapat marunong kang magdala ng bola.
Ace will help as well for Adamson. They're trying to make a run here. Coach Mamo naman will talk things over. Let's listen to the UST huddle.
Okay. Short flat ball, actually easy ball yun eh. Ba't hindi mo na ba pwedeng agawin yun? Mabagal naman. Okay, receivean nyo. Loren, hanapin mo yung quicker mo ha. Kaya naman yung blocker dun sa zone 4 nila. Chloe, tapangan mo, tumalon ka. Hindi yung dinadrapo mo, tumitingkayad ka lang. At atake, agresibo ha?
Despite this not being a pairing game para sa UST, you can tell seryoso pa rin si Coach Oji Mamo to finish strong here. I mean, just a 2-point run ng Adamson, tumawag na siya ng timeout to set things right.
And I guess dito nga sabi natin, bukod sa panalo na pwede nilang makuha, it's yung kumpiyansa ng team, it's really building on that experience. What Coach Oji wants is to see his girls move the right way on the floor.
Block of the set. Cortez napagsabihan kaninang umatake, pero still naabangan ng depensa ng Adamson. Block of the set from Betadine, 7.5% feminine wash for red days. It's better to be protected. Another block by Adamson. Cortez again, nakalusot. Ooh, but Guevara getting a taste of her own medicine there.
And Meneses really showing a lot of potential here. Also a very big threat against Adamson.
Solid serving by Lantin. Pineda. Off speed is picked up. Medyo malaki talaga yung combination ni Cortez and Meneses at the net.
Very clearly.
(14-11). UST, Makatuno tips it over. Nice save by Juice. Oh no, that's a new libero para sa UST in Rasmo. UST still wins the rally.
Pineda had the right thing in mind, but was too wide.
UST back with a 4-point lead. Guevara tried to go down the line. That's out. This is running away from Adamson right now. 16-11 UST with a big lead over Adamson in set number 1. It is the final weekend of the elimination round, season 76 of the UAAP Women's Volleyball Tournament. We're kicking off maybe the Final Four, maybe the step ladder format on Wednesday, just to let you know. And I think after the eliminations, ang game days na lang natin would be Wednesdays and Saturdays, just to give you volleyball fans a heads up kung ano na yung oras o araw na pwede nyo abangan yung favorite collegiate volleyball players ninyo. Eliminations will happen until tomorrow. UST leading by 5 here, 16-11 against Adamson in the first set. Pineda. Great dig by Lastimosa. Here comes Pineda again.
Net violation, a double rather, called on UST. Pineda now giving more force on her offense.
She started out medyo tense. She sent 2 attacks out, pero bumawi dito.
And I guess they now realize the urgency for them to score the points.
Well, for those of you who just opened your TV sets, Adamson at 6 and 7 will want to win today because that will put them officially at the number 4 spot in the standings and a chance to make it to the Final Four. Pero that's not assurance because FEU is also at 6 and 7.
And they still have a one remaining game.
Tomorrow. That's against Ateneo. Kung manalo yan, may playoff pa between Adamson and FEU. So Adamson cannot lose this game. Para naman sa UST, they're out of the contention, out of the season already. This is their final game of season 76. Coming off an ace, si Pineda, but that was just on the line. Tunay let it go. Those are the fans right there.
Well, it seemed like it was on its way out, but you know, the ball landed right at the line. Tunay misjudging that.
Better reception. Meneses. Good save by Makatuno. Tunay. Ooh, what an effort by Adamson. Just not enough to bring it back into play. But a good run by the Lady Falcons. Got that 5-point deficit to just 2. Guevara hits it through the Lastimosa Meneses block.
Makatuno now gambling with more plays.
Well, yung pinapoint out kanina kay Makatuno ni Meneses, ni Sherwin Meneses, was ihiwalay mo o laruin mo because nagsiset ka nga pero diretso sa blockers.
And if you're up against a team like UST, matatangkad yung blockers, kailangan siguraduhin mong pinapagalaw mo yung mga blockers mo. You have to make your blockers look for your offense.
Cortel with an error. UST point here. Adamson, wala pang pahinga. They're starting 6. They're still all on the floor. Free ball para sa UST. Lastimosa, the dump.
No check.
O, sa net lang yata sumabit. Ano ba?
Tape of the net. We have some substitution here for Adamson.
Yeah, first substitution, Listana comes in. Para kay Guevara.
And this is Coach Sherwin Meneses' way to ensure that they still have strong defense at the back.
Tunay. I mean, her approach doesn't differ very much sa approach ni Pineda, no? High leaper, very powerful. And this, she is the future of USD volleyball, that's for sure.
Well, definitely Lastimosa and Tunay will be the key players here for Coach Oji Mamon for UST.
Free ball para sa Adamson. Paat is blocked by De Leon. Easy over by Adamson. Lastimosa. And this girl has really improved this season. Back to a 3-point lead for the Tigresses.
Blockers were also late.
Villanueva, we see her for the first time here this afternoon.
We've seen some good performances from Villanueva as well in their previous games.
Hasn't seen much action though in the last 2 or 3 matches because Meneses wants taller players, I guess. Nabanggit niya at the net. And that was brushed off Villanueva. Swipe na yun, and it's a 21-17 UST lead over Adamson in set number 1. Let's listen to Sherwin Meneses.
Nabasa natin pero lulusot sa block. So mahirap depensahan yung bola, di ba? Huwag yung intindihin yung gitna. Trabaho naman ni Mait yun eh. Trabahoin niyo yung opener. Ha? May receive naman tayo. So play ka lang. Ano play mo? O sige, hindi. Pag may receive, B mo to, 3 mo to, 5 mo to. Ha? Yo, tara, tara.
Well, Adamson is feeling this set slip away from their fingers right now. That's why they call the timeout. It's still an easy deficit to overhaul relatively, I guess, right? Pero tingnan natin because UST is playing very smoothly here in set number 1.
And let's see if that timeout would successfully break the momentum on the side of UST. Adamson needs 1 good pass and Makatuno needs to execute 1 good play.
Villanueva. Lastimosa, just a split second too late. Good play para sa Adamson. They break that momentum and
they still need 3 points to tie it with UST.
great job by Tempiatura to dig. Lastimosa. That's the blockers point UST. (22-18), 4-point lead UST set number 1. Out of the reception. Cortez. Villanueva will set it up to Pineda. Just amazing power by Pineda. The blockers were there. It's just too much to handle.
But you can see this is the kind of set that she also wants. She was able to get the ball at the peak and really used her wrist to force down the ball.
19-22. Villanueva serving. Nice timing by Pineda on Lantin. there's one knock on Lantin though, and it's madali siyang mabasa, no? Yung galaw ni Lantin sa net. Makikita mo kung gusto niya i-drop, nakahalata mo sa body language ni Lantin, ano?
Because she's a little bit on the slower side, you'll see her really position herself.
Yeah.
So kung ikaw yung nasa kabila, makikita mo siya agad.
Lucky break para kay Villanueva. Blocked by Adamson. Cortez. Blocked. Gets through. Makatuno, the smaller blocker. No long rallies so far in set number 1.
That's right. And so far also, the top scorers for both teams, Lastimosa and Pineda, only both with 5 points.
Yeah, that's very surprising. Here's Pineda. Off speed. Such a smart play. Guevara comes back for Listana. Spaan goes to the back row to serve. 2-point deficit, Adamson, set number 1. Cortez. Pineda. When she really puts her mind to it, it's almost impossible to stop Pineda.
And you see her leaping ability. Just take a look at this. Her elevation from the floor.
It's just something else. Wow. Just a 1-point lead now for UST. Pakinggan natin si Coach Mamon.
Okay. Basic naman sa atin. Ang bola papunta sa right. Yung dalawang yung iba pang receiver, anong gagawin? Titingin lang? Diba yung bola galing sa malayo, papunta sa kasama nyo, dapat kayo, you're moving them. Yeah, inaasa nyo na lang, ayaw nyo magkamali. Okay, tama na. One good receive. Lauren, tignan mo yung mismatch naman natin. Jump lang, ha? Iwala! Oy, bola sa net challenge nyo.
Obviously very concerned si Coach Oji Mamon. Hindi gumagalaw ang depensa, hindi sumasama where the ball is coming from, maangulo. That's why they are now just leading by 1.
That's right. And narinig din natin, no, Coach Oji telling Lantin, hanapin mo kung nasaan may disadvantage yung kalaban. And in this case, it's really the side of Makatuno being the shorter blocker from among the 3.
Free ball. Para sa Adamson, let's see what they do. If they can tie here. Yes, they do. They go to the money woman. That's Bang Pineda. 3 straight points.
That's right. And earlier sabi natin, nasa 5 lang si Pineda. Now, with already 9 points.
That's such an amazing athlete. I mean, just yung replay lang, ano? You'd be amazed at things she can do. Cortez, blocked. 23 all. Great job, Lantin winning over the taller Guevara. And they are now at set point, 24-23.
That's Lantin not having, hindi pa tama yung posisyon niya, no? A little bit tilted. So winning that one.
Safe serve. Pineda again. The tip, naabot ni Meneses. Tunay. Great set. Great finish para sa USD. That caught Adamson off guard. Ano yung last play na yun?
That's right. And you see, no blockers were actually there for Adamson. Big opening for Tunay.
And what a finish here. Set number 1 going to UST. Even though Adamson needs it more. 25-23. UST over Adamson, set number 1. USD at 4-9 in the standings takes set number 1 over Adamson at 6-7, 25-23 here at the Araneta Coliseum. Very surprising turn of events. We know USD, we mentioned it earlier. Spoilers, throw na lang sila dito. No shot at making it to the Final Four. Adamson naman, naghahabol pa. Pero they are the ones who unfortunately dropped set number 1 because of the great play on both ends para sa UST. Depensa and opensa maganda, no? Not to say na hindi maganda opensa ng Adamson, but you know, it was just more of Pineda lang ang kumamada talaga in set number 1. And
That's right. And of course, we know that hindi naman pwedeng isang tao lang yung nagpo-perform. And so, I guess the pressure really is on the side of Adamson coming into the second set. Dahil unang-una nahirapan sila sa blocking ng UST. Secondly, I guess they were caught by surprise. No? Dahil ang daming napatay na bola din ng UST against Adamson. Now, looking at the numbers, one of the things that we mentioned throughout the first set was how strong the blocking was of UST. And very clearly, looking at the points here, 5 block points for UST. Kaya talagang nahirapan itong Adamson.
they're regrouping now in between sets 1 and 2, and they're going to have to turn this thing around. Otherwise, you know, they're going to put themselves in a very precarious situation. Kung matalo sila dito, just to give the viewers an idea, matalo ang Adamson dito, they drop down to 6 and 8. And with FEU facing Ateneo tomorrow, if FEU wins over Ateneo, that's automatic. Adamson is out.
That's right.
FEU is in the Final Four.
And that's why for Adamson, ang coming into this game talaga, their mind is set and they know that their mission is really win this game.
Let's see how they can handle that sort of pressure. Medyo mabigat ngayon for the shoulders of these young girls. Pero that's what they're dealing with, and they have to take it or leave it. Today, set number 2 is the opportunity para makabawi dito.
Adamson really have to play smarter. The adjustments should come in more quickly. Dahil kanina nakita natin, no, Pineda was able to adjust already at the latter part of the first set. It could have been too late already for them.
Well, Meneses hits the net on her first attempt. So point para sa Adamson to start off set number 2. Erica Alguino, number 17, starts off in the middle. Para sa Adamson, no Mylene Paat, no Faye Guevara to start set number 2 for the Lady Falcons. The push there, nakabakan. That wasn't a good set para kay Zapanta.
So it was too close to the net. Very easy for Lastimosa to reach that ball. Adamson has to play more aggressively and really support Pineda here.
Villanueva. That did do it. Her hand was there though. Hindi niya naalis in time.
At kahit siya natawa. Minsan talaga it happens.
Take another look. She tried to take it away, but too late. A wishy oh wow moment of the game. Open up to everyday surprises. Let's go to Mitch Del Carmen.
Eric and Ann here in the Adamson bench. Head coach Sherwin Meneses is disappointed with how the girls are pressuring themselves. He suits them by saying that there's nothing much to worry about. He doesn't want anything fancy or spectacular. Sure movement, that's all what the coaching staff wants from the girls. More so, their primary hope is to apply the main things that they practice in their trainings, those of which are their service receptions and their blockings. Para naman sa set na ito, ang tanging mensahe ni Coach Sherwin ay kalimutan na nila ang nakaraang set at trabahuhin na nila agad ang kanilang mga galaw. Eric and Ann?
Thank you, Mitch. That's that and more. Kailangan nilang gawin. Ngayon, more of the same para sa UST. Terrific attacking and blocking at the net. Block of the set from Betadine, 7.5% feminine wash. For Red Days, it's better to be protected.
But I guess Coach Sherwin is right. The Lady Falcons really need to act more quickly, Eric. Dahil yun na nga, nalamangan na sila ng UST ng isang set. Ang kailangan nila makarecover agad.
Tunay. Playing very intense volleyball right now itong Adamson.
Coach Sherwin now at the sideline. We know that one of the key strengths of Adamson really is their defense, and even that is now being challenged by UST.
Paat playing center. Pineda. Villanueva rejected. That is out. Puntos para sa Adamson. Three serving 5. Adamson down a set. Even luck is on the side of UST, and
Just a simple drop ball there for De Leon. Actually, ginawa na lang ng paraan, no? She was a bit early for that set.
and even she was laughing about it.
Buti na lang point pa rin.
Pineda drops. Tunay picks it up. Free ball, Adamson. 3-point lead para sa UST. Paat. Cortez. Perfect angle.
This nice sharp angle there. And very clearly, wala na namang depensa dito yung Adamson.
Pineda. Over received that time. De Leon keeps it alive. Cortez too low.
Not in the right position that time to send the ball over.
Coach Oji Mamon shouting instructions.
That despite having a 3-point lead against Adamson.
That's how important this game is. Even to a team that has no more hope of making it to the Final Four this season. Blocked is Pineda. That's not coming back. USD commanding performance so far here in set number 2. They lead by 4 over Adamson. Pineda blocked at the net. That's been the kind of game UST's been having here today. Very solid blocking and great reception as well. Alex Nunes, former Falcon from Adamson. Nanonood din sumusuporta sa Lady Falcons with a chance still to make it to the Final Four.
But you know, looking at Adamson right now, they're caught in a situation wherein they don't want to see themselves here. Dahil first set, nalamangan sila ng UST. Coming into the second set, again, lamang na naman ng UST. And I guess the difficult part here is we're playing catch-up with UST, who right now is really giving them a difficult time, especially there at the net.
And parang, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, pero this game is being controlled by UST. Yung pace ng UST, yung tempo, yung style, it's all UST. And nahihirapan mag-cope itong Adamson, obviously.
That's right. UST is not doing anything special right now, but what we are seeing from them is they're playing very relaxed, loose, they're just having fun. And makikita mo talaga, no, binabantayan nila bawat isang attacker ng Adamson at the net.
Lucky break there. Zapata wipes that off at the net on an over reception by UST. Let's go to Cristel Bachelor.
Arrogant, and for the first time in a long while, I did not hear so many scoldings from Coach Oji Mamon. However, he did take note that the girls must challenge the ball when it touches the net. Second, he also pleaded them to be fully alert. Minsan daw kasi nag-aantayin lang sila kung sino ang kikilos. Third, he doesn't want the girls to commit any errors, particularly coming from a timeout. He said the girls must hold on to their momentum. Meanwhile, I would just like to share to you guys that there was a moment in the huddle wherein Pam Lastimosa was kind of emotional. Coach Oji reached for her hand and said, "Kaya niyo yan, Pam. Kaya niyo yang lahat." Arrogant Ann.
Thank you, Cristel. Well, obviously, playing their last game, not making it to the Final Four, and these girls have worked so hard this entire season. They're going to get emotional to a certain extent, that's for sure.
And of course, especially because UST as a team has always been in the Final Four, no? And it's just that for the second straight year, they will be missing that chance.
Longer rally.
Close for Zapanta.
No matter what Adamson does here, and they just can't seem to string up a series of points para makalamang. No? Nakakadikit sila pero hindi sila makalamang sa UST.
you know, sometimes when you're under pressure and you're trying too hard, because in the case of Adamson, you can really see that they're trying very hard to really match the pace of UST. Pero mahirap din yun, ano? Because they look constrained.
Great play from Mitsubishi Mirage G4. Expect more from the small sedan. Nakakakuha sila ng mga ganitong puntos. That's no question. But it's not consistent.
And
Para
it
sa
doesn't
Adamson.
come easy as well.
Yeah. Lastimosa block, but it goes out of bounds. Puntos ulit. Para sa Tigers, they lead 11-8.
The game of Adamson very different from when they first met last year in December 18, where Adamson really dictated the pace of that match.
Paat having more success here in set number 2 in the middle. That's what Adamson needs, some easy points here in set number 2. Pineda. And Tunay gets it off the blockers.
Tunay was also smart, knowing that Pineda is a shorter blocker, targeting her hand.
Still a 2-point lead for UST, 12 serving 10. Wow. That wasn't such a strong serve, pero Adamson is just tension, I guess, of the importance of this game getting to them.
Really under a lot of pressure. And normally in these cases, it's really a mental game. No? Doon ang pumapasok dyan how they will handle it.
Yeah. Off speed mula kay Pineda. Lantin sets it up. Great angle Pineda, pero Lastimosa was there. Villanueva. Great angle. Great distribution by Makatuno as well. Going from side to side. Still a 2-point deficit though para sa Adamson. That's right on the line mula kay Lastimosa.
Adamson really needs to step up on their defense, both at the back and at the net. Diyan din siguro nararamdaman ng Adamson their loss of Pau Soriano, who's also one of the best middle blockers that we've had here in the UAAP.
Pineda is blocked and puntos para sa USTS. Ito na naman, and just because of their defense, ay kumakawala na naman ang Tigresses. (15-11) now. UST. Oh, patawa. Si Pineda.
Good call also by Makatuno, changing up her play.
Goes to show you can't really keep a good player down, ano?
So, bawi din agad. And Makatuno just has to make her plays less predictable, I guess. Dahil yun nga, mahirap dahil matatangkad itong blockers ng UST.
Yeah. And also, itong floor defense ng Adamson has to be more solid, ano? It's very porous right now, and it's being exploited by UST with a 4-point lead, 16-12 here in set number 2. Right here at the Araneta Coliseum, Nikki Valdez, talent of ABS-CBN.
Enjoying our volleyball games today.
And take a look at the crowd swelling as we anticipate a big one dito with LaSalle and NU as our second game today. But UST, and no, tulad na napag-usapan natin, still very much in control of this match. Nakakakit tayo ng putos like that from Pineda, Alquino, Villanueva. Pero kahit na nakakadalawa, tatlo ang Anderson, UST manages to turn things around quickly and score 3-4 points of their own.
And in that case, that's why I guess UST is having an easier time dahil sa bawat rotation ng UST, you see someone bringing in the points. Meanwhile, here for Adamson, ito makikita natin Pineda really scoring the points. Oftentimes, you see Villanueva as well, Alpino also contribute, but it's not just as consistent.
Saka compared to against National University, para sa Adamson, they're playing extremely different. I can't really quite put my finger on it, pero it's extremely different compared sa nilaro nila against Didi Santiago and the Lady Bulldogs just over last weekend.
But in this case, I think they're moving a little bit slower than usual. Even with defense, hindi sila nakaka-adjust agad, which is actually one of the strengths really of Adamson. Just like that, normally you'd see may attack coverage ang Adamson, but today you see a lot of the blocks of UST, they're not able to keep it alive.
Kausapin na naman sila ni Sherwin Meneses. Pakinggan natin.
Wala naman nasib, di ba, bitin? Oh, hindi mo kailangan mag-jump set. Pumunta ka doon sa ilalim, i-direct mo tumayin. Apat lang yan. Isang patay tayo, tatlo spike and flip natin. O patong mo lang ay patong to pag maganda yung bola. Ha?
As a former player, and how much of this pressure affects your game as a team, not individually, but as a team, to make you play differently from what people know you as capable of doing during a regular game?
Well, it's very difficult. As we are looking at Adamson now, I guess it's clear, it's very evident how the team is really pressured. And it can really change, because their movements right now, as we can see, mas stiff, mas may pressure, mas tensionado. And kung ikaw yung team na mas nangangailangan ng game, minsan talagang maapektuhan yung galaw mo because you're trying too hard. But sometimes, imbis na yung pag-try hard mo nakakabuti, nakakasama pa.
Well, they're not yet out of it. They're only down by 3. Pero kanina pa sila down by 3, down by 4. They've never been able to come back in a solid fashion. That's not going to cut it for Adamson. Balik sa 4-point lead para sa UST 19-15.
For Adamson, what they need is to just snap out of it, make sure that they gain control of the game because even in rallies like that, makikita natin, errors really coming from their end.
Villanueva, blocked. Zapanta, blocked again. Wow, that was just a solo Lastimosa block on somebody like Zapanta, who we know deserves at least 2 blockers.
And, right now, we're already on the second set. Personally, my expectation for Adamson is that they would already be able to adjust with their attack coverage. Again, forte nila yan This is their area of expertise.
Exactly, and not even that, just basically adjust from the first set.
Because it's already a given. Alam na nila na matatangkad yung kalaban nila. So, the adjustment will really have to come from their side.
Well, Listana will come in for this rotation para lumabas si Alquino and she can come back in pag umikot si Listana sa harap. Paat is at the net for some height para sa Adamson, but they're down by 4, 16 serving 20. Villanueva, great coverage by Rasmo. Another easy point para sa UST.
I wonder what's going on through the mind of the Adamson players right now.
There's your Appeton great play from Appeton. Weight gain, clinically proven to help gain weight healthily. Block at the net. Zapanta tries again. Cut shot. Lastimosa. Zapanta from the other side. That's wide. Walang tinamaang check. Wow. This is spiraling out of control para sa Adamson, and Meneses will call another timeout. 22-16 UST. Let's listen to Adamson.
Mabilis talaga makakapuntos yung kalaban eh. Kada palo natin eh, puntos agad nila eh. Diba? Drop ball, block tayo. Marami. Ano lang yan? 6 lang yan. Isa-isayin lang natin. Okay. May receive naman eh, so pwede
I'm sure a lot of Adamson fans are wondering as much as we are, as much as Meneses is, ano? May receive. They're a solid defensive team, pero they can't execute, they can't attack, and ang daming butas na napapasukan din ng UST.
That's right. And sa ngayon, no, again, not to take away anything from UST, itong team na to, not doing anything special, but they're really trying to minimize their errors. They're just making sure na nandun sila kung saan sila dapat, nagbablock, pumapalo. And they're all, with the exception of that one, but the attack coverage is normally there for UST as well.
One of the rare occasions, nakabawi sa block, and off the smaller blocker pa, Villanueva, denying Lastimosa, but still an uphill climb for Adamson here. Tunay.
Oh, look at that. Great spike.
And UST really showing us that, you know, they still have it in them despite the fact that they are not making it to the Final Four. Gatorade fueled spike of the game from Gatorade. Win from within. Pineda blocked. Pineda at the net. Lost to Lantin. Lastimosa. Paat doing a good job at the net.
Finally getting a point here is Adamson.
Emnas coming in for the first time para kay Villanueva, and Cordell also checking in para kay Makatuno.
Crucial point here in the second set. Adamson, of course, with no room for errors.
De Leon is blocked. Joust at the net, won by Lastimosa. Oh, but Lastimosa, I think she was hurt or something.
I think she stepped on
An ankle? Well,
someone's foot, holding on to her left ankle.
she seems to be okay. She will. Is she asking for? Yeah, she is asking for a sub, I guess.
Oh yeah, she did. Bad fall.
There's a sprained ankle. So Patricia Santos checks in for UST. Now at set point 24-18. Lastimosa getting treatment right away. And UST is going to need her still, especially with the third set coming in.
And you see immediate adjustment as well on the side of Adamson responding to that one. Let's see. Santos a little bit too excited.
No whistle yet to serve. All right. Now we're good to go. The crowd getting a little excited here today as well. Pineda. Cortez. Nice dig by Temperatura. Pineda. Outside. And UST, what a turnaround here.
That's right. And if you're on the side of Adams, you must be thinking, what was happening to the team?
It's definitely surprising to volleyball fans seeing this unexpected turn of events. UST with a 2-0 lead over Adamson. 25-23, 25-18. The Tigresses, who are out of contention already, have a 2-0 lead over Adamson. The team still vying for a shot at the 4th spot in the standings.
Well, despite having an injury here in the second set, UST is of course finishing strong. Very convincing win here for UST, and we mentioned it in the second set. Parang ang nagdidictate ng pace ng game was really UST. Adamson unable to adjust when it comes to their defense, both at the back and at the net. Still trying to find a way to score those points here.
Let's take a look at some of the numbers after set number 2.
While in terms of attacks, they have actually tied with 11 points. We see here that still the advantage of UST at the net, still really haunting Adamson. 7 block points for UST, only 2 here for Adamson. And mahirap pa dyan, the Lady Falcons having 6 unforced errors in that set. UST able to limit it to 4. And so I guess kung ikaw yung Adamson, marami kang pag-iisipan coming into the third set, given that it's actually their last chance to extend this game.
Now, UST, the numbers say they're playing great, but Pam Lastimosa sprained her left ankle late in set number 2. How crucial is that? And her being part of the starting 6, saka yung how would that affect yung play making nila Tin, pag-atake nila Meneses, nila Tunay, and also for Adamson, how much of a confidence boost is that going to be?
Well, I think if you're Adamson, maganda yan para sa yung kumpiyansa mo, knowing that the top scorer of the opponent would be, sitting down because of that injury. On the other hand, para naman dito sa UST, I guess it's added pressure. They performed very well with Lastimosa on the floor. Now they have to adjust. Hindi lang physically because mag-field in sila ng bagong player, but also mentally. Kasi pinaghuhugutan nga nila ng puntos itong si Lastimosa. So they're very confident if they set the ball to Lastimosa, it's almost always a point.
Well, set number 3 just underway. Let's see how that changes the complexion of this match. Yung injury kay Lastimosa. We don't even know if she's coming back. We'll try to get a report from Crystal Bachelor if she's getting treatment, if she's gonna be okay to come back midway through the third set. We'll see. Pero so far so good. Yung panimula ng UST dito.
That's right. Historically though, looking back at the games of UST, I remember seeing some games. One in particular with Di Makulangan getting injured. Imbis na bumaba yung laro ng UST, they actually took that as an inspiration and actually even performed very well. So hopefully, if you're Coach Oji Mamon, you'd think it should, hopefully, that should be the case for these girls today.
Mag-boost ng moral.
Minsan kasi ganun, you exert more effort because you know you have to compensate for a loss kung may butas kayo sa loob.
Maganda panimula if that's the case para sa UST dito. 2 straight points here. First off an attack point galing kay Cortez and then an error from Villanueva. 2-0 set number 3.
Pressure is definitely on the side of Adamson, Eric.
Nothing to lose para sa UST. I mean, they win, they lose, doesn't matter. They're out of the Final Four. Adamson, on the other hand, a loss here will put them in a very tricky situation because they're gonna have to wish, hope, pray na matalo ang FEU tomorrow against Ateneo.
And that's the last thing that you want, putting your faith at the hands of another team. Kailangan ito, ikaw yung gumagawa. And that's why nga, coming into this game, klaro din yung goal ng Adamson na kailangan nilang maipanalo. So, itong third set, kailangan magising na rin itong Adamson.
And they have a bit of a, advantage kasi natalo na ang sa UP, which a lot of people didn't expect. So, FE was in a hole already. All they needed to do was be consistent. Pero yun, nawawala yung consistency ng Adamson dito. They find themselves down again sa panimula ng set, even with an injury-depleted UST lineup, 3-1.
That's right. And, it's not a question of skill because we know that individually, and, both these teams, they have what it takes. Really, I think ang nagiging problema ngayon ng Adamson is more mental dahil strength-wise, very strong in defense. We know how offensive this team can also be. It's just that hindi siya lumalabas sa execution today.
Let's see anong sinabi sa kanila ni Sherwin Meneses coming into the third set with Mitch Del Carmen.
work for every point. Eric and Coach Sherwin reminds his girls to not think about winning at this time. Rather, he wants them to focus on getting every point because that will be the only way for them to get the momentum throughout their game. Now in the past huddles, Coach Sherwin asked his team one question, and that is, kung ano ba ang problema ng time? More of my report after this break. Eric and Ann.
Well, pakinggan natin yung timeout ni Sherwin Meneses at 5-1 UST.
Error lang natin yung umi-score sa kanila eh. Huwag kayo matakot magkamali. Once na matakot ka magkamali, lalo ka magkakamali. Ha? Isang panelan tayo ulit, tapos trabahoin natin. Wala eh. Ginagano na lang natin yung palo natin eh. Once natin mag-error.
Well, I know it's very ironic na huwag ka matakot magkamali because lalo kang magkakamali, but that's been the case. And yun nga, tama si Coach Meneses, yung mga errors na to. Because of Micah Ortiz, you're watching, nanonood dito for UST, of course. Yung 5-1 na lead na UST is because of the errors of Adamson. And I see the ankle being taped, ankle of Lastimosa being taped up, so I guess she's coming back.
Could be.
We'll get final confirmation later, but that's always a good sign. And your player is still requesting for some tape on your ankle.
Also, very interesting, a good start here for UST.
Tunay will have to work a little extra hard here, but everything is just flowing para kay Tunay, and the Tigers is not just her, it's the entire team.
And it's looking very easy. Yung galaw nila, yung mga puntos na nakukuha nila, mukhang hindi nahihirapan yung UST.
Let's remember, the first meeting between these two teams, walang ipinanalong set ng UST. That's why this is, I'm sure surprising to a certain extent para sa mga fans. There's a cross court mula kay Pineda. A wishy oh wow moment of the game, open up to everyday surprises. And there's the foot of Pam Lastimosa getting taped up. We'll see if she comes back or when she comes back during the third set.
If she will need to come back, because right now the girls are
Isa pa
still,
yun.
diba? They're moving quite well even in her absence.
Are they just gonna say, pahinga mo na yan, kaya na namin to?
Last set na naman kung sakali, no? But, Adamson dapat may sense of urgency na at this point. Now that UST is on its way to the first technical timeout, hindi sila pwedeng magpalamang ng ganun kalaki.
Good serve by Tunay, 7-3. De Leon, Piatura with a dig. Pineda off speed. De Leon that time. Clear double block. Pineda, though, was the sole player who got all of it. 4 serving 7. Ooh, this is not something Adamson needs at this point. They give an easy point to UST and they send this match or this set to a technical, or its first technical timeout at 8-4, set number 3. Third set in our first game of your Saturday doubleheader mula dito sa Araneta Coliseum. Another look at the crowd enjoying this magnificent UST performance over Adamson, and I'm sure it's as much a surprise as, to anyone as it is to us. Kasi obviously, with the record that they have, Adamson at 6-7, UST at 4-9, you'd expect more control, more performance dito sa Adamson. Pero also down by 5, make that 3 points.
And we know how this game matters more to Adamson.
Alquino with a Gatorade-fueled spike of the game. Gatorade win from within. Pero nabanggit natin kanina pang set number 2, ang daming ganon. Ang dami natin nakikita ganon from Adamson, pero hindi lang nila ma-string up together. They can't really get control of any set.
That's right. Palaging nangyayari, they are playing catch-up with UST. UST dictating the pace of the game, in full control of the net.
Cortez. Let's go to Cristel Bachelor.
Eric and Anne, what occurred to Pam Lastimosa is an inversion of the sprain according to her physical therapist. Sabi kasi ni Pam, mayroon daw player ng Adamson na pumasok ang paa sa kanilang boundary. Iyon nga lang, hindi nila maalala kung sino. But the most recent findings is there is no swelling and basic first aid was done to her. She is also confident that she can return to their last game, so her ankle was wrapped in tape to avoid further injury. Of course, it all boils down to the team's goal to end this season with a win. Wala man daw bearing, malaking bagay pa rin ito sa kanilang pride at sa UST. Eric and Anne?
All right, thank you, Cristel. Well, right now, though, what's the commotion that's going on is because of a call, a missed call. Tinawag ng line judge out.
Adamson asking for the ball to be called in.
And Meneses is trying to tell Pineda to keep talking to the first referee. I don't know what for. Let's take a look. Ito yung last na palo na yun. It seemed very, very close.
Let's see if it landed. Oh.
Maybe just wide ng konti, ano?
It's favoring the outside part. Oo.
If it did catch the line, maybe a millimeter. We're not saying it did, but if it did, maybe a millimeter, centimeter. But yes,
it wasn't clearly out. Parang ganun, but favoring the
and
outer end.
Obviously, the lines people, there is a judgment call, right? So, you know, ayan, parang halos nasa labas eh. And it's a tough gig for these lines people, but
they're gonna
it's in their hands yung point na yun eh. It's been awarded to UST and it's not been reversed. That time though, sinigurado na ni Zapanta. Nasa loob.
Biglang bawi.
Well, going back to that report by Cristel, yun nga, tinatape na, o na-tape na yung ankle. You saw Lastimosa putting on socks, so she might see some action in just a little bit. We'll see. Meneses, better floor defense by Adamson here in set number 3. Villanueva getting lucky there. The block off Cortez going out of bounds.
Lastimosa actually now on her feet.
Yeah, she's walking around.
As if no injury.
Just a 1-point deficit now. 8 serving 9. Meneses. This is the way it's been, ano, didikit Adamson and gagawa ng puntos ang UST to create that little bit of a cushion.
And UST taking advantage of the blockers of Adamson. Dalang nakikita rin nila, no? Hindi nakaka-adjust yung coverage ng Adamson.
Villanueva got lucky there.
Falcons trying to be smart with their offense. Swing shot straight into the hands of Tunay.
9 serving 10. Tunay. One-handed reception there. Mula kay Zapanta. Meneses. Nagkagulo ng konti. It came off Paat. Villanueva knew where he was gonna go supposedly. Pero sumabit sa kamay ni Paat. Take a look here. Drive for the win play of the game from Suzuki Swift Desire. All your desires made compact from Suzuki Way of Life. Balik sa dalawa. Kalamangan ng Uste. Nice serve from Cortez. Villanueva has been pretty active offensively. Tunay. Block. Over-received, though, by UST. Tunay will set it up. That's too close to the net. Santos sumabit sa net for a free point para sa Adamson. Adamson within one. They've never led here in this set. I think the last time they led was set number 1.
Coach Oji actually at the sidelines, Eric.
Yeah,
Not happy with that call.
That call against Santos, pero Tunay again. This is the snack of UST. Didikit ang Adamson, hahanap sila ng way para makascore itong UST.
Look at Tunay. now, USC is just more aggressive than Adamson.
Oh, Villanueva, though, is putting this Lady Falcons team on her shoulders and has been drilling some points in here in the third set.
Now, Pineda is in the front line. Let's see what she can bring to the table. Kailangan nila ng mas maraming puntos and they need to earn those points now.
Oh, they can't wait until nasa 20 mark na tayo, no, for sure. Oh, what a block there by Pineda. May konting words pa yata sinabi si Pineda.
But they need this very badly.
But the ball came a little too low na rin. Block of the set from Betadine, 7.5% feminine wash. For Red Days, it's better to be protected. 12 all. The first deadlock of set number 3. Santos. Paat will set it up for Pineda. Cut shot. Tunay, babawi. Blocked again. Santos. Pineda. Over receive. Free ball. Adamson. Pineda. Went around the ball, just trying to prepare themselves for an attack, for getting the first touch.
Adamson now back to life.
And the fans are loving it. Adamson with the lead for the first time, 13-12. Timeout ni Coach Oji Mamon. Will listen to UST.
Okay. Pinalamang natin. Nawawala na sa focus. Mela, hindi puro pag gano'n ng palo. Cross-court mo dito. Sinisingle block ka ni Amanda, na-check ka. Pamira yan. May coverage tayo, nakaka-block tayo, nakaka-defense tayo, pareho lang. Sagahan lang!
UST lost a bit of their edge, and here in set number 3. Let's see though if they regain composure after this timeout called by Oji Mamon, and Pam Lastimosa sitting beside Coach Mamon getting ready to check in. But Villanueva has been the hero para sa Adamson here in set number 3. Santos double block against her, but she gets it through.
Santos full of energy, making her minutes worthwhile.
A young rookie coming in for the injured Lastimosa with a great play from Mitsubishi Mirage G4. Expect more from the small sedan. Also, big question here, and kailan ipapasok si Pam Lastimosa, if ever? Ano?
So far, hindi pa nila nakikita yung need to do so.
Naka 2 straight points sa UST. They're back on the lead here.
Adamson right now can't show any sign of weakness.
Good serving from Tunay. Santos right there. De Leon got an angle, picked up by Tempiatura. Here comes Pineda, off speed. Finds the corner. Nakakali si Cortez.
Pineda, very smart attacker here for Adamson. Dito makikita, no, this is when experience really kicks in. Nakikita mo, alam niya kung saan yung butas ng kalaban.
14 all. Mylene Paat serving. Adamson down 2-0 against UST. Santos. Now it's too high. And now Pam Lastimosa comes back in for Patricia Santos to the delight of the crowd inside the Araneta Coliseum. She looks 100%. Adamson leading by 1 now, 15-14. Let's give Lastimosa a touch, and she scores! 15 all.
She looks like she's not minding any injury. Parang wala lang.
Parang wala lang.
No pain at all.
But good thing, sabi ng therapist nila, no swelling at all. So that's definitely something she can play with for sure. Good serve. Pineda. Lastimosa, kinapos ng lift. That puts Adamson at 16, UST 15. We'll be back with more volleyball action after these. Adamson enjoying a 1-point lead, their biggest lead, actually, of the set at 16-15, but they're still down 2-0.
Adamson needs to work on having a comfortable lead. Dahil all throughout this set, sila yung naghahabol. Or rather, this game, sila yung naghahabol.
Terasal fans, ano?
A lot of people in green.
Lasal NU. Next game, big service reception error on the part of UST, and the biggest lead of Adamson now at 2 points, 17-15.
Ngayon, nabubuhay ang Adamson.
And if there's a point para sa UST na wag kumawala, this is it. Joust. Won by Zapanta. Makatuno to Zapanta. Over received UST. Zapanta tries again. That's out.
No check.
Very tense moment for Coach Sherwin Meneses. He obviously is holding on to the edge right now. They lose this set, and they are on the brink of bowing out of the season. Zapanta. Meneses blocked. Zapanta with a put away miss.
Adamson trying to hold on to their lead. Dito kailangan experience yung pagganahin ng Adamson.
Well, all those years para kay Zapanta paying off in this all-important third set. Cortez blocked. And she'll try again. That cut shot is right on the line.
Good adjustment by Cortez.
What a sharp angle by Chloe Cortez. Take another look. How far yung blockers from where she hit the ball.
Cortez making sure she gets that clean point.
UST still trailing by 1 though, 17-18. Zapanta has been the workhorse in the third set. Sumahalo sila ni Villanueva, no? Sila yung gumagawa talaga so far. Gatorade, a fueled spike of the game from Gatorade, win from within. Adamson playing much faster, just a second faster defensively, offensively, and it's paying off.
Ang hindi nilang natin nakikita, no, nasabay-sabay silang nagpo-perform together. Dahil ngayon, makikita natin, it's just Bang Pineda or you'll see only Villanueva and Zapanta.
Tunay with a point, got lucky there. Sumabit sa net yun. Take another look. Actually avoided the blockers. UST still down by 1, 18-19. Oh, good serve. 19-all.
Ochi, now smiling at the sidelines. Sabi niya, kinabahan pa siya, no? If you're UST, of course, you'd want to exit or end the season and really make a statement.
Yeah.
And by winning in straight sets against Adamson, that is a good statement for UST.
Point off the blockers of UST. Ito naman ang Adamson leading by 1. 20-19. Tunay. 20-all as this is going down the wire. Closest we've ever been in either set at this point in the game. Usually, medyo at this point, ang mga UST, they're enjoying a 4, 3-point lead. Pineda gets it through the blockers again.
cards well. Makatuno, there's actually pressure on her to really execute good plays. Dahil nasa third set na, last chance ng Adamson to extend this game.
Tunay. Bumawi.
UST is doing right is that for every point Adamson makes, binabawi nila agad.
This is a very mature UST team we're seeing. Quite in contrary to the way they've been playing all season long, ano?
And sayang din, if you're UST, titignan mo yung game yun, sayang had it come earlier, then they would have challenged more teams. But nonetheless, okay pa rin because they can just put it in experience, coming into it in the following year, mas marami na rin silang mailalabas.
Pineda with a cut shot here. What an angle. Again, lamang na naman ang isa. Lady Falcons 20-21. Tunay. Pineda. Off speed. Kuha ni Lastimosa. De Leon! Yes! 22 all!
Great play by Latin.
Patibayan na po to between these two teams. And tit for tat.
Unahan na lang.
Unahan na.
To get to 25. Does Adamson want it that much? Dapat, oo. Ano?
Oo, yun ang sagot dapat. Pineda, the push. Kept alive by Lantin. Here comes Cortez. Pineda. Saved by Lastimosa. Cortez again. Yes! And UST with the lead, 23-22.
Points away from getting this game is UST.
Take a look at the set. For the second time, doon nakapunto si Cortez. Let's listen to the timeout of Adamson.
Kaya pa yan. Isang patay lang tayo, tapos tatlo na spiker natin. Okay? Kung madepensahan yung palo natin, relax lang sa block, tapos depensa, palo ulit. Ha? Okay? Anong play? C, A. O, pakunin mo na yung gitna. Ha? Tara, nice try.
Very tense moment para sa Adamson fans. Actually, if you're just a sporting fan, you know, I mean, this kind of scenario, isa ang kalamangan towards the end of the game and you have to score. You know, that drama is what the fans love about the UAAP.
Now, a lot of mental pressure here on the side of mental and emotional actually for Adamson.
Pineda, great dig. Great block by De Leon. It's still alive though. Free ball para sa UST. Cortez. Here comes Pineda. Off speed. Back up by Rasmo. Lastimosa from the back row. Hit over. Makatuno. Oh! Medyo malayo sa kanya yun. Galing kay Lantin. She tried to stretch as far as she can.
But it was just too far.
UST calls a timeout after this error. We're tied at 23 all. We'll listen to Coach Mamon.
3-4 times ko lang binibigay na instruction yun. Galing sa depensa, huwag ka mag-i-away. Ha? Ikaw naman, hindi mo siya nakita eh. Kaya-kaya ni Chloe eh. Okay, isip lang. Kaya mong parasuan sila ni Chloe. Pag pumalo naman, coverage. Kanina, merong 2 beses hindi nyo sina-challenge yung bola na malapit sa mga.
Focus sila.
2 points!
Doesn't get any better than this. The excitement of women's volleyball in the UAAP. 23 on. UST on the brink of winning it over Adamson and getting their first win over Adamson this season. Para naman sa Adamson, their chance to stay alive here and give themselves an opportunity to make it to the Final Four.
That's right. Now, ang laki ng pressure na nandito sa side ng Adams. And I guess people were not expecting UST to get the first 2 sets that easily.
Zapanta. And she puts Adamson at set point.
Pinakaba ng yun lang yung gusto ng Adamson siguro. Pakabahin yung fans nila and really get it at the last minute.
They have that underdog mentality. Tense look from the eyes of Pinedo. Over-received by Rasmo. Over-received again by Tunay. First time to set it up here. Cortez. Zapanta. Cortez keeps it alive. Rasmo sets it up. Too close to the net. It's still alive. Cortez, no. Tinulak ni nila yun. Free ball para sa Adamson. Alquino. Oh, and wow! Come from behind win for Adamson against UST just when they were on the brink of collapse and losing it all. Nakabawi sila.
This is how Adamson wants to make this game more exciting. Ayan, on the third set, just when everybody thought UST was getting that set,
Well,
they wake up.
it really doesn't get any more exciting than this. I mean, coming from behind down 2 sets to nothing, and Adamson stays alive here and stays to find another set. UST winning the first 2 sets. Adamson bouncing back in set number 3. And it was a close one, ladies and gentlemen. Eric Timan with Andrew Mulia, and we're off to set number 4. Adamson keeping themselves alive in this match and hopes of a Final Four appearance as well.
That's right. You know, Adamson really waking up at the latter part of the third set again, probably realizing the importance of that set. Nakita natin, yung mga taong inaasahan natin mag-deliver, really delivered at the last minute for Adamson.
It was a now or never set for them, and they lived up to the challenge, let's put it that way. And the crowd, medyo tahimik dito ng first 2 sets. Buhayan lahat in the third set. That was how exciting it was. And the exchanges were just amazing because it was 1 point after another for both teams. So wala talagang umaangat at kumakawala. They're just trading points until eventually Adamson prevailed in the end.
And now looking at the numbers, the Lady Falcons performing better in the attack department, scoring 15 as compared to only 13 of UST. This time around, it's Adamson scoring the points off the blocks. Ngayon, UST wala. And I guess that is what made it easier for Adamson. And siguro ang kailangan nilang tignan ng Adamson coming into the fourth set is the number of errors that they've committed in the last 3 sets. Dahil yun yung isa sa mga pinakamalaking problema nila going up against UST. UST just, playing steadily, but Adamson really giving away a lot of points.
So now, Adamson is, I guess, 100%. They warmed up already. They've won a set. They're in this game mentally, physically. UST naman, they've been in it. The question is if Pamela Stimosa is still 100% because she sprained her ankle in the second set. She did come in third set and contributed. Pero, how far can she go? And can UST ride her the entire way the way they did in the first 2 sets?
But these athletes normally, yung mga ganyan, hindi nararamdaman ng sakit. The game is actually happening. And we've seen Lastimosa, again, come back in the third set. Parang wala lang nangyari.
Exactly.
In fact, in the first play, the first set, as soon as she came back in, it was actually a point.
Cortez, one of the producers in set number 3. She just could not get UST over the edge. Villanueva gets it to 1-all, set number 4.
Adamson, they always have to be a step ahead of UST.
Lantin, Lastimosa. Oh, very nice move. Well, she's okay, definitely. Walang iniinda, no? Because usually kung may iniinda ka, you can't really be as creative as you are on the floor.
And hindi mo rin naman nakikita na pinapadlock niya yung paa niya or that na iniingatan niya. She's favoring one side.
2-1 UST. Paat blocked. That's a double as well on her. Well, USD, there's never been any shortage of good starts para sa USD dito. They did so in all of the sets. Kinapos lang sila ng set number 3. Let's see if this fourth set will end the way of the third or babawi ang USD and really be strong all throughout. Well, let's go to Mitch Del Carmen and this report from Adamson.
American Ann, nakausap ko nga kanilang libero kanina na si Jelly Temperatura about their defensive strategies at ang pinakabasa nga nila ay depensahan ng long cross court ng UST, which is where majority of their spikes are directed to. Now, in terms of their offensive strategies, the girls are being told to protect their timing and to have confidence in their spikes. Coach Owen notes that the only way for them to win is to play as one and to play as though they're still in training. Relaxed defense, spiking, and blocking at unahan na nila ang paglamang sa kalaban. Eric and Ann?
Well, thank you. Ang laking bagay nung confidence na bumalik sa laro ng Adamson. No? Kita-kita natin. Especially in the latter part of set number 2. Hindi talaga sila bumitaw. Ano?
That's right. And yung point ni Mitch also in saying that they have to have relaxed defense. First 2 sets, we pointed that out. That, the team was playing tense. Parang hirap na hirap silang gumalaw sa loob. Pero in the latter part of the third set, when they started to relax, when they started to get a feel of the game, that's when nakita natin ang ganda ng pinakita nila.
4-2. Good rally here. That is just on the line para kay Lastimosa, who's been at least scored 2 points here in set number 4. And ito yung binanggit kanina din ni Mitch sa report niya, no? Yung mga cross-court na sinabi ni Jelly Tempiatura, yung libero ng Adamson, kailangan bantayan ng Lady Falcons because UST does that a lot.
That's right. And we've seen a few points from both Cortez and Lastimosa. Lahat really aimed at the cross-court angle. And butas, talagang walang tao na nandun para magdumipensa.
Naabangan naman tong push ni De Leon. 5 or make that 3, serving 5. Set number 4. USD up 2-1. Lastimosa. Lastimosa attempt in that rally. She is really such a different player now, compared to 10 games ago, 11 games ago. Always she wow moment of the game, open up to everyday surprises. 6-3, Pam Lastimosa serving. Pineda, blocked. Good defense by Tempiatura. Cortez. Cortez again. Cortez, she's unassuming, If you look at her, it doesn't look like she's gonna hit it hard and fast, pero she has that in her arsenal.
And I think nahihirapan din yung Adamson basahin yung bola ni Cortez, or at least the direction where it's going to.
7-3, 4-point lead USD. Pineda, back into a corner. Lantin to Cortez again. That hit the antenna.
Cortez apologizes. The set was actually a bit too far going to her left side. So, malaki talaga yung chance ng sumabit sa antenna.
Cortez again, bumawi. 8-4, USD Adamson. For USD again. I don't know, they start strong as usual. And the question is, does Adamson have enough to keep coming back? Because that's how they've been playing the entire match. Habol ng habol. Mapapagod na ba silang humabol eventually? Or will UST finally medyo mahirapan na rin to keep on maintaining that lead na palaging on the defensive sort of, right?
Well, Adamson right now is actually making things easier for UST kasi hindi natin nakikita yung pagka-aggressive. The normal way that you'd see Adamson kay talagang palaban. But today, you'll see that even in the, we mentioned this earlier dun sa mga strong yung strengths nila in terms of defense, nahuhuli sila ng UST. And I've seen a lot of those points na napakalinis na nakukuha ng UST because no adjustment was made on the defensive side of Adamson.
UST out of contention and playing the spoilers role. Ulitin lang natin. They will, this is their final game of the season. Para sa Adamson, they must win here to keep themselves alive. A loss here isn't end of the world yet. But they're gonna have to hope na matalo ang FEU sa Ateneo tomorrow. It is 5 serving 8. 5 po ang Adamson, 8 ang UST. Cortez again. She's been scoring a lot here and continues to do so. This is her set, the fourth set, ano?
Scoring a lot of points. The left side.
She must be responsible for at least 4 of the 9 points na UST.
And for Coach Sherwin, what he needs is to get the girls together. And ang kailangan dito, anticipation ng bola, no? So that para makapwesto sila ng tama sa depensa.
Good save by Lantin. Cortez had to readjust. Oh, she got lucky as well. She's skilled, she's good, and she's lucky. Not a bad combination for a fourth set.
Everything just working her way. Even that one na talagang pinilit lang pumasok, no, with the help of the net.
She was moving to her left, trying to adjust. Sinuerte pa. 10-5. Double the output. UST over Adamson. Push there by Lantin. Zapanta. Blocked. Great save by Pineda. Free ball. UST. Cortez. Finally, an error on the sophomore player, Chloe Cortez. Villanueva blocked. Good save by Pineda. Zapanta.
Oh.
Is there a check?
No check. Zapanta was underneath the ball, Eric, so talagang palabas yung bola niya.
Kita rin na nasa ilalim siya. Sherwin is trying to complain, pero he lets it go. Let's go to Cristel Bachelor.
Eric and Ann, the third set can be summed up by the Tigresses into one word. Sayang. Sayang nga raw dahil dalawang set na sana ang lamang nila at hindi naman imposibleng maipanalo nila iyon. So coming into this set, Coach Oji's reminders are first, to communicate on the court and exert more effort. Second, follow their pattern and do not deviate away from it. Third, cover, cover, and cover. Now during that recent timeout, Coach singled out Jessie De Leon. Di na raw kasi siya naging epektibong attacker dahil hindi siya umaatras. Kaya ang sabi niya rito, kalma lang, pero gusto ko, focused ka. Eric and Ann?
Thank you, Cristel. Well, yeah, hindi nga as effective si Jessie De Leon as we know her to be. Meneses, that was 4 touches. Hindi umabot kay Paat yun. So 2 straight errors on the part of UST. Service error from Cortez and Meneses this time. Tatlo na lang, hinahabol. Erica Alquino and the rest of Adamson. From the Adamson Lady Falcons, Tunay hasn't been as involved offensively. Well, here she is.
That's too close to the net.
Good job by Tunay. Sending it straight to the back, ano? Doon mo agad ipadala kasi lahat ng players nasa may front half of the court.
Good court sense there for Tunay. Also having a quick eye to check on the other side.
4-point lead UST. Ria Meneses serving. Very admirable today, ano, na almost all of these players, very rare yung service error. Ano?
That's right. No, there would be games where it would cover and makikita natin talaga. Oh, palitan.
Pero not today. 13-8 UST. May timeout si Coach Meneses. Pakinggan natin.
Saktong-sakto kaya at sa zone naman yung depensa. Ha? Nadepensahan natin, ayaw umabol ng bola. Hindi sabihin mo sa amin kasi ikaw ang inaano namin sa second ball dyan eh. Saan ba pumatak? Oo, diba?
Coach Meneses, again, that urgency sa kanyang boses, ano? Na mararamdaman mo talaga. Ikaw, inaasahan namin. Kailangan na natin. Because right now, 13-8, this is the biggest lead of UST at 5 points. Magandang hapon sa ating mga viewers. Our good friend, Carol Ablanida is tuned in. Great defense at the net. And ito na naman yung UST that we saw in the first set. Ano, displaying what they can do here in the fourth set.
And Adamson, of course, can't be caught napping at any point in this set. Dahil sayang din yung nasungkit nilang panalo ng third set.
Ooh, that could have been out. Kinuha pa ni Pineda and they could not save it anymore. That may have been out. This is again getting away from Adamson. And dito na papasok yung tanong natin kanina, ano, does Adamson have enough in the tank humabol? And malaki-laki nga habulin nila ngayon. Ooh, what is this serve? That's way off.
Adamson should be thankful for that one, but they need to realize and react quickly. Natama ka no? Nakakapagod yung habol ng habol. For every point that they make, ang daming puntos na nakukuha ng UST, and it has been the pattern throughout this game. Ang kailangan is umusad itong Adamson and get the lead over UST.
Joust won there by Tunay. 16-9 UST over Adamson, set number 4. This is the biggest lead of UST at 16-9 over Adamson. This was a few plays ago. Attempt ni Amanda Villanueva, habulin pa yung bola. And this is the joust won by Tunay over Pineda. Daan na lang yun sa konting height ni Tunay. Mas malaki siya na a few inches.
More force as well on her side.
7-point lead, UST. Last-ditch effort to Ann, sorry, para sa Adamson, ano, at this point.
Tama. And I guess, you know, what's really working for UST is that they've been more consistent. They've had better judgment as well in terms of their movement on the floor, sa pagbabasa ng bola galing sa Adamson. In which case, ito namang Adamson na baliktad, ano? Parang a lot of poor judgments on their end. They've been committing errors as well.
Yeah, I mean, the last one alone, a poor judgment by Villanueva to let the serve go.
Not a very good day for the Lady Falcons.
Pineda, blocked again. Lifting on Adamson, and it is a 9-point lead para sa UST at this point. Block of the set from Betadine, 7.5% feminine wash. For red days, it's better to be protected. If Adamson can't mount a comeback here, they may not be able to do so 2 or 3 points from now.
That's right. But Paat getting that point. Ang nawala rin sa Adamson, we haven't seen plays being executed by Makatuno. Lahat nakikita natin binibigay lang sa outside hitters, set at the back, but we haven't seen much from the middle.
True. Well, is that partly because of their concern regarding the tall blockers ng UST, kaya iniiwas din nila sa gitna?
Could be the case. Pero yun ang importante, no? If you're up against a tall blocking team, kailangan pinapagalaw mo yung frontliners or your attackers so that it won't be as predictable and as easy for the blockers of UST.
Right now, it's as easy as it can get, and para sa UST. I mean, one attack point. 19-10 is the lead by Pam Lastimosa and the Tigresses. Pineda. She has been blocked the entire afternoon, at least this entire set. Hindi naman entire afternoon, this fourth set, she's been checked. 10-point lead. First time the lead has ballooned to double digits. Tatawag ng timeout ulit ang Adamson. Pakinggan natin.
Sumugal ka na, kaya na, hindi pa nakakapatay yung open natin eh. Hindi ka pa rin sumusugal, namumusyento ka pa rin. Hindi ka makapatay eh. Diba? O itumba mo to, isi mo to. Pag may receive, discard yan. Yung bigay, kaya pa yan. Service tayo maganda.
You love the optimism and of Sherwin Meneses, but at 20-10 in the fourth set with Adamson having trailed this entire match, how much more can they put out there, and how big are the chances to come back here?
It's not gonna be easy. We've seen it. It was done. It has been done before. It's not like hindi naman nakahabol yung 10 points. Pero hindi ganun kadali yun because US is just 5 points away. And on the other hand, itong Adamson may 10 pang kailangan na makuhang puntos just to tie it. Now 11 actually.
Wow. 11 points to overhaul, 4 points to win for UST. Pineda dumps. Yun yung sinasabi kanina ni Sherwin Meneses. Kita mo na ilang beses tayo ng check, diskartehan mo na, gawa mo ng paraan, paikutin mo. Great play from Mitsubishi Mirage G4. Expect more from the small sedan. But is it a case of too little, too late? Yan ang malaking tanong para sa Adamson right now. They're still down by 10.
And I guess for Adamson, they would have to pray no, na mas maraming errors na i-commit din tong UST para makahabol sila because it's not gonna be that easy.
Well, Lantin committed one right there. So that's 2 straight points for Adamson.
Adamson defense is key.
Free ball. Pineda. Ooh, that may have been out. Kinuha pa ni temperatura. Yeah, sinasabi sa kanya ni Pineda, you don't see it on your screens, pero that was bouncing out of the hands of Lantin.
And I think that was the intention of Pineda.
So back to a 10-point lead, 22-12. Pineda. Ubusan na ng bala si Pineda. That was too wide.
Energy is down para dito sa koponan ng Adamson.
Third man, Pineda.
Cortez.
And hopefully it's not yet that late. Pero nakikita natin, no, if Makatuno gives the ball at the middle, that's when they actually get the point. Points nila, nakadalawa na sila from Bang and Alpino.
They become a little bit more unpredictable now. Joust won by Lantin over Alpino. Similarly tall players. Lantin gets a rest, or a well-deserved rest. And Cabanos will check in. Second setter para sa UST, who's equally talented and skilled, you know.
And it's good also na ini-inject ni Coach OG within the game because Lantin, of course, as we know, is already on her senior year. So kailangan, ano na yan, may succession planning na rin.
And Cabanos has shown that she can handle the pressure in certain situations. Zapanta blocked. Good save. Zapanta tries again. Tunay will set it up to Cortez. 23-14. UST. Zapanta gets it through Meneses. Long uphill battle para sa Adamson though.
Gonna be a challenging fourth set should they want to get it. Tsaka bawal na silang mag-commit ng kahit ano pang error, no? Let's see.
Over reception, that's out though. Oh wow, that's gotta hurt if you're Zapanta. That puts USD at match point.
Yes, she had the right thing in mind, but poor execution. And
crowd favorite Patricia Santos is back in. May napapasigaw yung mga fans dito.
she had quality minutes earlier as well, scoring some points for USD.
Replacing Espinosa, and there again. Match point USD. Villanueva, the tip. Good save. It's still alive. Yes, what a play by USD. Zapanta. Cabanos. And it's good. Point from Liam Meneses, the rookie. And USDM.
That's right. Even if this is not very good for UST, sabi nga natin, the most important thing here is that for them to end the season on a high note, and they are successful in actually getting that win.
The young rookie showing us the future of USD as well. What a performance para sa Tigresses. You mentioned already, they're out of contention. This is their final game of the season. At now, they finished with a record of 5-9. And they beat the 7-7 Adamson Lady Falcons in 4 sets. The confirmation of the 4-set win of USD over Adamson. Nakabawi sila after Adamson swept them in the first meeting. They stole it in 4 sets over the Lady Falcons.
That's right, and they were actually in control of most of the sets in this match.
Ito yung ating RCBC life-changing move from RCBC Savings Bank's My Loans. It's life-changing. Tunay had so much help. Lastimosa, really 50-50 yata sila dun. And you also had Cortez delivering the points. Ria Meneses, De Leon a little bit.
Full team effort, actually.
Yeah, excellent work. And Lantin also scoring a lot. Gatorade, fuel player of the game from Gatorade, win from within, obviously. Mela Tunay, what a performance here today.
More things to come, of course, for these young girls. Tunay with 17 points in this game, 14 attack points, 2 service aces, and 1 block point.
So what a finish para sa USD in their final game of the season. And eto, in just a few minutes, and the crowd erupts at the Araneta Coliseum as the Denastar Lady Spikers looking to end the season strong and sweep the season as well to put themselves straight to the finals, and they will take on the number 2 team in the standings, the National University Lady Bulldogs. So napahirap ang buhay ng Adamson dito with the loss here today. Take a look at National University. I'm sure they're primed and prepped for this game. They've been working on this game for 1 week already. That's what they said. So this is going to be a good one. Adamson will have to hope FEU loses to Ateneo tomorrow after that loss here today against USD. Thanks to our director, Abet Ramos, and producer, Malu Neri. For Mitch Del Carmen, Cristel Bachelor, my partner, Andre Mulla, I'm Eric Tipan. Hang on. Second game today, we have Lasal and you next dito lang sa ABS-CBN Sports in Action.
This is the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Tournament.